1, 2. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to another and our final, I should say, CMS Talks 2024. I'm honored to present this evening's presenters in this order. Mariana Alva, Time Management. David Falcon, Sustainable Living Practices, How to Reduce Carbon Footprint. Hiram Lugo, Pros and Cons of Intermittent Fasting. Dora Martinez, Decisions. And last, Montserrat Ibera, What is Cancer Culture? I might have butchered your name, but that's all right, I'm still learning. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, it's an awesome opportunity to have been with you on this journey for the last few weeks. And now we've come to the final presentation in what we call CMS Talks 2024. I've learned a lot during this last 2 weeks. And so today will not be any exception. I'm expecting the highlights today, the finale. And so we're here, Mrs. Diaz and I, and we are going to relax and give you the opportunity to bring us your research. I'm sure they'll be edifying, and I'm looking forward to each presenter this evening. So without any further ado, Mrs. Diaz, I present to you our final CMS round of talks for 2024. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Mariana Alva, and today I'm going to be presenting the benefits of time management. Managing time is like having a superpower that allows us to accomplish more in less time and leaving us with extra moments to enjoy with friends and family or to do hobbies or things that we like. Um, Time management um, isn't just about completing tasks. It's about doing more in just less time and in a more organized way. Research shows that when we manage our time efficiently, we feel less stress, more satisfied with our achievements. I will take you through on why mastering time is essential and a game changer. Um, it is like the cheat code to success. So, first, organization is key to time management. By keeping our tasks and responsibilities in order, we reduce stress and reduce the chances of missing on important events or missing deadlines. Some tips for keeping organization in our lives are to make lists and keep the space around us clean and put together because this gives our mind a sense of organization. One of the biggest challenges in time management is procrastination. Procrastination is like a sneaky thief that steals your time and can make you miss important opportunities. It often creeps in when we are feeling really overwhelmed. However, by breaking tasks into smaller and more manageable chunks and setting more realistic deadlines, we can um, break the procrastination cycle. Then we have planning. Planning is very helpful because we can have everything set and written down so we don't forget, and we have this sense of security in what we need to do. To sum it up, effective time management is the compass that guides us towards success in life. By maintaining organizational skills, overcoming procrastination, and prioritizing um, our tasks wisely, we can unlock our full potential and turn our dreams into reality. As we navigate through life, let us remember that as we as we navigate through life, let us remember that time is our most valuable resource. And thank you for your attention.
Test, test. So I want you guys to imagine a world where the air we breathe feels fresher and cleaner, where the oceans are healthier, and where the landscapes are full of green. Good afternoon, Roadrunners. I am David Falcon, and today I'll be presenting about how to reduce our carbon footprint. But first, let me let me tell you you may be asking yourself, what is carbon footprint? Well, the carbon footprint is basically the greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide, that you emit individually, as a group, directly or indirectly. So basically, is for example, let me give you a quick example. When you breathe, you're breathing oxygen, and when you exhale carbon dioxide, and you may think, oh, I'm just exhaling a little air. That's not a lot of problem, right? But like, there's like at least 8 billion people out there exhaling each day and every day, and all of that is going to the ozone layer, which is the layer that protects us from the sun. And that's what carbon footprint is all about. You guys, we're gonna go over some things, which the main one is the 3 R's: the recycle, reduce, and reuse. So these 3 R's are a motto that promote the to take care of our earth, as we know, because we have gone to methods that have affected our earth with factories that release all of these toxic gases that affect our ozone layer. And this motto of the 3 R's is going to help us develop a more environmental friendly methods of living. So let me just go over quickly what these three mean. So reducing is basically to reduce the consumption of objects that produce all of these gases. So for example, if this certain factory produces this type of gas that does not bring me any good to my ozone layer, I'm probably just gonna try to reduce it as much as possible. The second one is reusing. So we don't usually do this. We just throw things away and let them be. But we need to be more aware that things are just gonna stay there and we're never gonna use them again. So to do this correctly, we have to go over what can we reuse and what can work for this, and that's basically reusing, basically, which is using items over and over. And recycling is also kind of on that same page, which is basically extending the lifetime of an object. For example, you may see a plastic water bottle that you drink. For example, you may buy from Mr. Clark a 50-cent bottle of water and you say, oh, I'll just throw it away, it's fine. But in reality, there's a lot of plastic bottles out there that are thrown away each year. And by recycling them, we're gonna help our environment by stop producing them and start recycling those bottles so we can like stop producing more plastic, which is one of the main factors that affects our like environment. So the 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 average American wouldn't recycle if it wasn't enforced upon them. For example, you can see all of those blue bins which say recycle. You know that logo with the arrows? That's the 3 hours logo. And that logo, oh, as I just said, is the image for that. And if Americans were enforced, there was a poll done by Greg Lettieri, which is like a guy who made a post, and he analyzed that the average American would not recycle if it wasn't beneficiary for them, if it wasn't enforced upon them. So what I bring upon this is that people have to be more aware that the environment needs our help to make it a better place. Basically, by being enforced upon the American, they make this law where you have to put the recycling things on the recycling bins, and these help out the environment, of course. But yeah. And another drastic change that you may think is your diet. You may say, oh, I love these tacos de carne asada every day. And yes, of course, they may be good, but they are one part that affect the environment a lot. It was done by a research done by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, found out that the livestock produces about 11% of greenhouse gases in the whole atmosphere. And this is really affecting our environment a lot. By changing your whole diet, we can reduce the demand for these foods, and we can help out our environment a little more. You may think 11% is not that much, but it's really big of a deal if you think about it. And well, by altering our little habits, we can reduce our carbon footprint and make this world a better place for the future as we pave a way for our future generations. So that was my presentation. Thank you so much.
So, hi everyone, good afternoon. Today I will be presenting about the pros and cons about intermittent fasting. So, in the United States, about a 10% of Americans aged between 18 and 80 years old who are overweight tend to do intermittent fasting. But what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is an eating plan where you alternate between eating or not eating during a certain time. So there's many different ways of doing intermittent fasting, and I'm gonna name the two most popular. The first one, it's called the 5-2. So the 5-2 consists of eating like normal the 5 days of the week, and the other 2 days, you have to like restrict cutting the diet by at least 75% of the calories. And the other one, it's called the weekly 24-hour fast. That one consists of not eating 24 hours at all. You can only drink water or any free calorie drink. In a global survey, that about 41% of the participants who try intermittent fasting, they they said that they found like efficacy of a better of training the body to feel less hungry. So some studies suggest that alternate date fasting it's as effective as a normal low calorie diet. Also, it says that intermittent fasting can be better to can be better comparing like another low calorie diet because it can help you with less inflammation or another condition of inflammation. It also helps you, oh, it benefits you psychologically. But remember that there are some like cons of intermittent fasting. But continuing with the pros of intermittent fasting, the like one of the best things of doing it is that it's very easy to do. By that, it's that you don't have to count any calorie or track like them because you're not eating at all. So that's like the best one. Another one, it's like obviously weight loss and lower cholesterol, better brain health, longer life, and lower blood pressure. So, as I said before, it's not like only good things about it. There are some kind of people that are not recommended doing it, and those people are people who are over 65 years old, children and teenagers, people with diabetes, people pregnant, and people who take medications of the heart, of diabetes, or the kidney. So continuing with the cons, we a lot of people that do intermittent fasting, they notice about energy loss. That happens because not eating during certain hours, it can make you to reduce your energy storage. So that's the main reason. Another thing that happens if you like another con of intermittent fasting is that it does not teach you a balance and mindful habits. That's because you're not like eating and maybe that's not the best option you can do to lose weight. So there's another way of doing that. So in conclusion, I think that intermittent fasting um, it's a pro when you are like well informed and you do like a research and you know how to do it like the best way. That's it. Thank you.
Last time I was thinking to myself, and I realized that one thing that we do every single day and every single moment are decisions. Decisions is what literally makes up our entire life. Our life is based on decisions. Okay, so let's start with two things. For me, it's as simply as there's two types of decisions. There's a hard decision and the easy decision. And what's the difference between these two types of decisions? So the easy decision when one alternative is better than the other. So it's not as difficult to choose from. Now the hard decision is when one alternative is better in some ways, but the other option is better in other ways. So at the end of the day, basically, neither is good overall. Okay, so today I want to present to you guys something that it worked or I'm going to start to apply to my life too, but I also hope you can apply it. And I want to show you 5 steps of decision making for your problems or for your decisions to be make as accurate as possible. Okay, so the first thing when you make a decision, let's put for example in this talk, getting better grades. So the first step of making the decision, you have to define your problem clearly. What do I mean by this? What do you want to solve? So let's put like as an example, having better grades. Okay, my problem is that I have bad grades and I want to have better grades, okay? So now the second step will be to define your priority. We got our first step, that is to define our problem. Number 2 will be define your priority. Defining your priority it will be like, what do you want to achieve by doing what you're doing? What is my goal? And not always, I came to a realization that not always what your problem is gonna be correlated with your priority. So maybe my problem is that I want to have better grades, but maybe I want to have better grades not to go to a better college. Maybe I want to have better grades because I want to maybe be proud of myself, or maybe make my parents proud, or I want to just feel better with myself. Also, when you define your priority, it's very important that you don't procrastinate, and you have to decide whether you do it later or whether you do it now. Okay, that was step number 3. Now, no, that was step number 2, sorry. Now, step number 3 will be to collect your information. How you realize that we live like in a world full of technology, and it's very easy to collect any type of information that you want. In the old days, you had to go like to a library or an encyclopedia or something, but now you just can go to the internet and search for things. Or even also, we as students that we have our teachers on hand, we can literally go ask them and, what can I do for them? And you can get the information. So it's very important. And what type of questions can you ask regarding the grades? You can ask, what can I do to have better grades? Or what am I doing wrong? Now that you have your collected information, balance it out for your pros and your cons so you can have a more accurate decision. Okay? So can you repeat after me? Step number 3 is collect information. 1, 2, 3. Step number 3 is to collect information. Okay. So now number 4, it will be to narrow down your options. Now that you have your information, you should already have more light-minded your head, and you gotta narrow down your information. So pick the best options that you have, because you're gonna have some best options. Pick them, and that will lead you to step number 5, that is consider the outcome. And let me tell you something. Always to consider the outcome, you have to choose the best option for the time and effort you have applied to the thing. So always the best option is obviously the one that is gonna give you more peace of mind, is gonna give you less stress. And I really encourage you guys to take in thought these 5 steps when making an important decision. And I really believe in you guys. You are really good, and hope you have an amazing day. My name was Dora Martinez. I think I forgot to introduce myself, but my name is Dora Martinez, and hope you have an amazing day.
Hi, Roadrunners. Good evening. Quick question, by a show of hands. How many of you guys are familiar with cancel culture? Sure. Okay. So my name is Montserrat Ibarra, and today I will be talking about what is cancel culture and what are its effects on society's behavior in social media platforms. So, cancel culture has earned many definitions throughout its time. But the most commonly used one is popular removal of support from a public figure after they have said or done something found offensive or objectionable. So the concept roots from a form of protest that was used by the Black community, which is boycotting. But the term canceling was first used in a movie, in a 1991 movie, which is The New Jack City, as a way to refer to someone as breaking up with someone. And this later gained traction in social media and was later used in a song, and it evolved to what it is today, right, and how we use it now. So in September 2020, the Pew Research Center made a survey among American adults, and it came up with the fact that three main factors are what determine how familiar individuals are with cancel culture. They are age, education, and gender. So in general, among the 10,093 American adults who took that survey, only 44% said that they had heard something about cancel culture, while the rest, the 56%, said they haven't. When it comes to age, the highest percentage of familiarity was in the age range of 18 to 29. As that age range increased, that percentage decreased, which means that older people and older generations were less familiar with cancel culture. And that mainly is because younger people are more in social media platforms, and that is where cancel culture has its most effect. Individuals with higher education reported to have a higher percentage of knowledge on cancel culture. That is, those who had a college graduation degree knew more than those who were in high school, and yeah, so more education meant more familiarity with it. And lastly, gender. The survey made a clear difference that only 30, out of all the women who took that survey, only 37% of women had heard something about it or nothing. I mean, or more. And on the other hand, 52% of the men who took the survey knew something about, knew more, and the rest of them didn't. Now, it is clear that cancel culture can be debated, and it sparks questions on its effectiveness. One of its main one is, does cancel culture, is it really effective? Does it make the public figures aware of their actions, or is it merely a waste of time? Some people say that cancel culture is a myth because cancellations do not stick, and those celebrities who have been canceled in the past still make a living out of their fame today. So it's not really effective, right? And then another question is, does it violate the First Amendment? So the First Amendment was set to protect speech from government punishing, not from individuals, not from individuals. So it is not violated by cancel culture, but the First Amendment, the amendment is supposed to protect freedom of expression. And cancel culture makes people be afraid of saying what they really think because of fear of being canceled, so it can be hostile to freedom of expression. Now, it has some consequences on the way individuals behave on social media. So, for example, individuals tend to watch out their words more and be more self-censored. They rather not say what they want in fear of people hating on them. And social media platforms have now become an arena for digital vigilantism. People are quick to point out mistakes others make rather than creating an atmosphere of people supporting each other and caring each other. And if somebody makes a mistake, people can self-criticize themselves. But no, so the social media is now becoming an arena where instead of connecting people, it separates them. No, given these points, it becomes evident that the rise of cancel culture has shaped society's behavior on social media, and we are easily influenced. So you have to be aware of how your society is. All right? That was all for my part. Thank you.
It is truly a pleasure for me to stand here and say thank you to all of you presenters and for the awesome job in which you deliver your topics today. And this is the end, guys. Give the presenters another big round of applause. You can breathe easy now, Carla. All of you can go into your other classes. You have done well. And I want to thank you for being so honest in your presentations and sharing with us some of these titles, some of these topics that you brought to us, cancer culture. Heard of it before, learn more about it today, all right? And so much more that I have learned over this period and over this time. I don't want to take too much time because I want to give a chance to Mrs. Diaz, the mother of this platform. Something she dreamt of and she gave birth to. And now she's seeing it growing into reality. And so I'm going to bring her forward because to me this is a good place to be and to share how she feels about what she's heard over the last few days. I know I'm grateful to be a part of this and to see what you guys can do, given a child, given an opportunity, and just given a platform, how much we can learn and grow. But I want to personally say thank you for having me being a part of this, Mrs. Diaz, and to trust me with this huge responsibility of being the host for this 2024 CMS Talks. Right now, I would like for you to say a few words as we close out 2024 and go on to 2025.
Thank you, Pastor Williamson, for jumping into this, believing in that even though it was an immense challenge to come into, as you came into the school year with us, I know there was a lot of resistance, a lot of people not wanting, well, a lot of students not wanting to go through it because it is a challenge. But I know that I can say this confidently, that every single one of you who have already stepped up on that stage and presented your message, there's a level of satisfaction. You feel like, oh, okay, I was able to do that. And for those of you who have been doing this, especially juniors and seniors, for a couple of years now, I know that you see the betterment in your performance every time. So I just want to congratulate all of you because you not only have challenged yourselves to step on a stage, you have challenged yourself to be better at something. Public speaking, we always continue to work our way to be better. Because every time we go up in front of a group of people, it might be a different group of people, it might be a different subject. So it's not like you're going to repeat the same thing continually and get 100% better, but you will continually find betterment in the way you stand, the way you use your voice, the way you make eye contact. Those things you will continually get better at. So even though you will always be a little nervous when you begin speaking, remember that you're getting better. And we're very, very proud of you, very happy to see you moving forward in those skills. That's your C for communication in your student learner goals here at Calexico Mission School. May you continue to grow. And we wish you, especially the seniors, all the success that you will need as you move on into your college careers. God bless you. And thank you, Pastor Williamson, again, for such a great job. Thank you.
No, this might not be the next stage, but I want to thank you for the travel, the journey that you made to this place and to this place. I know it's going to take you far into the future. And juniors, we will see you in 2025 CMS Talks. Give yourselves a big round of applause for your time today. We want to thank our technician, our PR director, I don't want to mispronounce your name, so I'm not going to say that. We're streaming live, so when I get it right, I'll say it. Our technical director, Sergio, thank you. Thank you for keeping us alive and putting us on the air. And so families, friends, those who are watching, thank you for your time. Seniors, you have an appointment this evening, don't forget. Very special appointment. And thank you again. God bless you all. See you next time. Goodbye for now.